Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Bill with Franklin Loan Center, and today I wanted to talk about bank statement programs. And I mean, these have been out for a while, but it's interesting. I've been getting more and more requests for them again lately. And I just, it's funny because I went through this period where I thought, oh, bank statement programs, like I don't want anything to do with that. Sounds like we're tracking towards, the subprime days again. But it's so different than that. And I gotta tell you, I gotta thank Walter Neal, the owner of Franklin Loan Center, a couple of years ago, kind of helping shed some light on how we should really be thinking about this, right? So we put some numbers together on this, right? So I wanted to throw a scenario together. I wanted to put a picture out there of someone buying a $1 million house with 30% down, and I compared what they'd have to qualify for, or what they'd have to pay in taxes to qualify for that mortgage on a full doc versus just using bank statement programs and sticking with the aggressive tax plan, right? So to qualify for that $700,000 mortgage, you have to have most jumbo lenders are programs out there are going to bump out at the 43% debt to income ratio, right? So so you need to make about $150,000 to qualify for that mortgage. And there's lots of moving parts to all this stuff, but let me just work through this scenario with everybody. So figure 140,000 if you're going to make 140,000 and pay the full taxes on all of that, then you're probably going to pay somewhere in the range of about $36,000 for the taxes if you live in a state with income taxes with state income taxes. It could be a little more, a little less, right? But let's just stick with a 36,000 range. So the crazy thing is, so you got to do that 2 years in a row on jumbo loans because most jumbo lenders require 2 years worth of income taxes, right? So you're looking at about $75,000 in taxes that you have to show that you'll have to pay upfront today, right? Or you can take a bank statement program. Most bank statement programs, again with solid credit, you're going to be looking at a difference in the interest rate of about 1%, maybe a little bit more. And so on this $700,000 scenario that I'm talking about, you're going to see a difference in the payment of about $400 a month, right? So so if you look at that over a long haul, so I put a spreadsheet together here. So on the in 10 years with paying $390 more per month on the bank statement program, over 10 years, you're looking at about $48,000 that you will pay in additional mortgage payments because you did the bank statement program. But that also means that 10 years in, you're still about $25,000 ahead because you didn't spend all those money on taxes, right? And as we know, it's pretty rare for people to hold on to mortgages much longer than 7 to 10 years. So, I mean, you could run this out and at some point it obviously tips over. But these bank statement programs really do make amazing sense if they get done right. I mean, we're not looking for people that just can't qualify and just squeeze them in somehow, but we are looking for people with an aggressive tax plan. They're doing everything they can to just minimize the amount of taxes they can. We all know there's a million ways to do it, but if you do it right, then you're going to have a hard time qualifying. But if you can come up with that down payment and you can and you have a strong business where we can use bank statement loans, this can work out super good and it'll make really good long-term financial sense. You just don't have to spend that tax money up front. So, who do you know out there that you've got to be self-employed for these programs, but who's having a hard time getting qualified with a self-employed that is self-employed? I'd love to have a talk with them. And so I'm Bill with Franklin Loan Center, and there's a little bit on bank statement programs. So please like, share, comment, all that good stuff, and I will see you all next week.